Hello and welcome back to another fantastical commentary by Denethia. I'm feeling rather depressed at the moment because I just cast 2 games back to back. Felt very proud of myself for doing that, taking the time out to actually commentate both games. And yeah, turns out Fraps wasn't recording the microphone. So, very annoyed. This is game 16. And I'm going to start actually mentioning the game names as I record some of these. I am Emily in the top right as the blue Terran, and down the bottom left is Jason playing as the red Protoss. Just noticing now, every time you play 1v1, it's always blue versus red. It gets very annoying to say those colours. Why can't it be something like yellow versus brown or something? Anyway, I'm setting up my nice little wall off here. As I mentioned last time I commentated this game, which you won't know about, I have been watching a lot of Day9 Daily, and I really like the stuff that he does because it's more in-depth and analytical sort of details about Starcraft 2, rather than just commentating on the play-by-play. And in one of those videos, he mentioned the fact that, I believe it was Whiterra, he noticed that he would always place his ramp, or place his buildings like this on the top of his ramp, so that his Marines can hold this line quite easily and clump up there, instead of having to run either side of a barracks, which can at sometimes be quite slow. Yeah, I can't remember the specifics. I think it was like, if the probe's over here, and one of your Marines is this side of the barracks, if the barracks was in the middle, you'd have to run around the other side and shoot. He explained it much better than I can, but yeah, that's the reason for it. Looking into the players, yeah, Jason. Jason has got a forge, so he's going for some kind of photon cannon play, that is. I'm being nice and ballsy here and putting a bunker at the front of his base. I do this from time to time in my 1v1s just because I like to rally point my Marines across the map. As you can see here, him charging along, charging along into this base, and then I can attack, and if he's got a zealot or something, I can run back, jump in the bunker, and then he can't push up. I didn't realise this photon cannon was there, obviously, because it's on the ridge, so I'm just trying to poke my way in here, not quite knowing how to get up there, and losing an SCV, I'm going to lick my wounds and run back to my bunker. Checking a look at what Jason's up to. He is building 2 photon cannons at the back of my natural expansion, and as you can see, if I press V on the keyboard, I have no idea this is going up. None at all. All I know is that he built a forge first, and obviously doesn't have any units yet to defend with. You can see his gateway is only almost halfway done now. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing all my Marines over into this this little position over here, and then was thinking, I know, I'll just move my SCV up, take a few hits, but I can take down this pylon, and therefore this photon cannon will lose its power. But Jason, being the decent player he is, realised that that's why my Marines were there, and decided to put up a second pylon, which means my plan is now defunct. So that's no good at all. I've built a second barracks and still just trying to pump out Marines. No add-ons yet. I didn't really see the point, although looking at it now I've got a bucket load of minerals, so I probably could have done something else. I don't know, build a couple more barracks, but yeah, you live and you learn, huh? Jason now getting slightly more aggressive. You can see that I can now see this photon cannon going up. My Marine's going to try and take this down, but it looks like it'll probably get up. And yeah, I don't know if one Marine will be able to take this down. No, it's down to 71 life. If I just had one more Marine at the start of that, I would have been able to take it down. Also seeing over here, I sent I think 6 Marines up that ramp, but now that Jason's got a second photon cannon there was just no chance. Collecting my minerals, or recouping, if you will, my minerals for that bunker, which I love that feature. It is bloody amazing, that's what that is. Jason's setting up a pylon at the back here, watching his back door, because as we know, a lot of people like to move in the back door. Getting a cybernetics core, just chrono boosting out some more zealots as a defensive measure. Getting even more interesting, trying to build another pylon over here to push even further into my base with photon cannons, which is actually quite a decent tactic, but all I have to do is get, 8 marines and I can just run out here and take it all on. But instead I'm getting... Nope, still just getting marines. There you go. Taking a look way back into my base, I've got nothing else. I think I've just set up these 2 refineries and starting to get some gas here, so I can put down these 2 tech labs. I could see these 2 photon cannons coming up, know that there's danger if they did actually finally finish, so running my 6 marines in there as quickly as possible to take them down. Now I'm going to take down that pylon while hiding up at the back here so I don't get attacked by these photon cannons. Very smart move. And at this point I figure Jason must be feeling rather confident because he's got my natural expansion, so he thinks I'm on 1 base. And he's setting up his second, so he will be all like, haha, I have 2 bases, he has 1. But I've set up a command center already over here, and now I'm pumping out SCVs to try and get as many minerals as possible. But having a look at the income tab, Jason has 21 harvesters, and as per usual, I am lacking in harvesters. I don't know what's so hard about pressing 8 and S every, 30 seconds to a minute. But for some reason, I just can't manage it. Because you'll notice that my command center is hotkeyed on 8, all my barracks are hotkeyed on 3, I have factories on... I don't have any factories at the moment, but I have factories on 6 and star ports on 7. My little Marine Marauder army here making sweet, sweet love to these photon cannons and taking them down. Nice and easy. I believe these Marauders do 20 damage. Yeah, 20 damage to the photon cannons. Making short work of them. Jason pushing out even further, getting a 3rd base, wants to secure this little lead that he's got. I'm still just trying to pump out SCVs at this natural expansion, hopefully going to get a money advantage. At the moment we're roughly the same, even though he has 22 harvesters to my 20, but because these gold minerals I'm getting pretty much the same. Taking a look around his base, he has now built a bunch of zealots and a stalker, and moving out just to protect his natural expansion, which looks like he is saturating as quickly as he can possibly manage. Ah yes, chrono boosting his nexus to try and get out as many as possible. You can see the rally point is set all the way over to this mineral patch, so they'll run straight there.